too high. Somebody's just died. Or somebody has arrived who wants to kill you. I drove 2,777 miles just to get away from him. From the Hudson River to the Pacific Ocean, and it still wasn't far enough away. I'm in a low-brow dirt bike racer from Topanga Canyon, Marty Nation, who was hell-bent on a cross-country creepy crawl and pulled up, swept me off my feet, threw me in the front seat of his dilapidated pickup truck and headed west. He was gunning it at full speed until we hit that slum by the sea. Venice, California. He said, and I had to believe him, he said he was on a rescue mission, that he had been sent east by a mutual friend who was concerned for my safety after hearing too many stories about hospital stays and 911 calls. And I said, look, great, the sociopath abducts the schizophrenic from the psychopath in a late-night snatch and grab. And I know that something had to give. I mean, I was at the breaking point, the burnt-out buildings and uncollected garbage, the broken streetlights and endless break-ins, the chronic shakedowns and general havoc wreaked on the streets of New York City's Lower East Side. Circa 1979 were a cakewalk next to what was happening in my very own apartment. You know, I was living with that. Do you remember him, Johnny O'Kaman, alcoholic, pill-popping Irish construction worker? I mean, he and I had been holed up for the past few months, and he started getting mean. Scarlett, you know what I'm talking about when I say the kind of guy who's jealous, cruel, beautiful, that irresistible combination of mania and machismo. I mean, by day he'd play Iron Man. He'd be up at the crack of dawn, sporting boxers and a white beater. He'd have a lucky strike behind his left ear. He'd be throwing sandwiches in a bag, filling a thermos with black coffee and Irish whiskey. He'd be singing a silly rockabilly song. A sly smile would be dancing under his sleepy green eyes. He was happy to just be alive as he kissed me goodbye and disappeared out the door, and everything was hunky-dory until the sun went down and the knives came out, and he stumbled back from the bar, half plastered after banging steel girders together for another 8-hour stretch. I think you know what I'm talking about, lady. Never answer the door at 5:45 a.m. on a Sunday morning. Terry Edwards about a year and a half ago, and I do listen to anything people send or give me, believe it or not, because I do fucking care. And it was kind of arrogant, and I liked this, because a letter, I think it was from you, said, oh, I think you're going to like our music. I'm like, you know, I like the way you look, bitch. And I fucking loved them, so here we are tonight, and it took us all this time, but Stacy, another wild bitch who owns my heart, thank you for having us. Somebody broke in, but all that was missing were the Polaroids. The scene of the crime could be anywhere, at any time. And I'm always salivating about the maniac response responsible. I mean, I know that to attack is merely the desire to free oneself from infatuation, that there's a very fine line between a love tap and a murder with a blunt instrument, and that a sharp stick in the eye can kill the devil in the soul every time. And night after night, those hollow screams would echo out through that deserted parking lot, that paper oasis littered with lottery dreams, and I'm always lacerating myself with memories. You know, the demented visions of some woe-begotten messenger of the Lord who's probably living down at the Hangover Hotel where everybody's living hand-to-mouth. They're all trying to get ahead, right? But I mean, shit, a quick jaunt down to the corner store to pick up 40 of Colt 45, a bottle of Jack, half a dozen condoms, and a bottle of aspirins. It's gonna set you back real hard, probably by about 200 fucking pounds. And when you're done, darling, when you're done, all you're left with is your dreams. And you'll be dreaming amongst drunks. And you'll be remembering the way it used to be. The way it used to be. Shit. The way it still is. Dirt cheap deeds sloppily executed on sheetless mattresses, bringing secrets to the surface with blood and alcohol. The scene of the crime could be anywhere at any time. The scene of the crime could be anywhere at any time. The scene of the crime. You're so beautiful, it's criminal.